Yo, what is good? Back again, guys. Back again here. Gold Milk Diaries. Glad to know that I'm still here so far. We're still alive. It's been a tough ass year. We just got started, and already this is tough. This is really tough. I don't know how we're gonna get through this. I know how I'm gonna get through it though. I got some tight people. I got some good friends. We know how to watch out for each other's backs. Okay, ain't no aliens gonna be probing nobody up in here. Okay, my boys got me and I got them. Let's bring them on. This guy, he can just disguise himself as, you know, Sasquatch. He's got the hair for it. He can cover himself up and go into hiding. Give it up for my boy, Mr. Tony motherfucking Leonidas, guys.
Guys, aliens. That's all I'm gonna say. Aliens in Miami.
Aliens in Miami.
I don't know if you've been watching.
And we got some other things to talk about too, aside from that. But don't toss it all away. We still have to have somebody to keep us in check here. Reality, right? I mean,
yes.
We gotta have the mind with the better balance than I do, at least, and keep us on check here. Let's bring in our boy, Easy, motherfucking
motherfucking E up in this biatch.
I'm disappointed. I was here for the probing. I was like aliens and probing. I'm fucking there.
We've been talking about this all week, bro. What are you talking about?
I got catfished.
He's like, we came for the probing.
Guys, so we've been having a really crazy start of the year. Everything from aliens, World War III, new laws that are coming into effect, and just for people to just come in and snatch your ass out of your house. We got the list that everybody's talking about, right? I mean, what's up, Tyler? What's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys?
What up, Platinum? What up, Tyler?
Swords.
What's up, Platinum? What's going on, brother?
Tyler, how you doing?
Man,
so I try not to news it too much because I used to news a lot and now I just don't because it's real bad. So like my news I get on TikTok. I get the TikTok news. And you know, I don't know. All I've seen, bro, I tell you, the news cycle on TikTok has been wild the last week. We went from aliens at a mall to Jewish tunnels.
Yeah.
I don't even know the premise. Somebody please school me on these Jewish tunnels because I just caught a TikTok little.
Did you watch the one that this guy's name is, what's his name, Olgera or something like that? Young guy. He just not too long ago uploaded a whole tour thing he does about the tunnels. Okay, so that's a whole nother thing. We have all kind of shit going down, biblical type stuff going down on planet Earth here.
Bro, I'm
Flat,
not
are we around?
I am trying to fish back to where we started from the last episode where we were like, yo, we're gonna go in on this. And I'm looking at all these videos. Where do you want to start, bro? Because we got plenty of videos for y'all to back up what we're talking about because there's just too much that we can't say.
Let's start with Miami.
Aliens in Miami's. Let's start with aliens in Miami's.
Tyler Oliveira. That's the name. That's the guy's name. You look him up. Look him up. He's got a bunch of good videos on a bunch of good stuff. It's real trippy. The guy's got some nuts on him. to go and investigate some of these things.
I
Getting a little
don't
dry.
know
I got
how
no
it's-
drink today.
Oh, what?
I know. It's just too much on my mind. I've been, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's gotten in my head a little bit. I'm like mole prepping here. I'm getting my stuff together, making my space, getting ready to have some stuff to board up windows. I got some trading stuff.
So why am I the opposite? I'm like, I wake up every morning like, is there zombies out yet, or is there fucking aliens? Because all I'm gonna do is go link up with Randall and a few other boys, and we'll be straight.
I got my people right here at home. If nobody's willing to travel, I got a safe space. We're gonna cut this little side thing off.
Tony's
nobody
like,
knows about this chat. My bad. Sorry about that.
Tony's like, preferably females. You know, I got some safe space.
Buffalo's the last place anyone's gonna visit.
I need pretty much nothing. I'm good.
You know what Tony's luck would probably be? Have you seen that? I think it's Steven Spielberg movie, The Mist,
Oh yeah.
where they get trapped and then Tony offs all his friends and his family, and then the National Guard comes in and saves the day.
You,
Yeah.
He's left there like,
Wow.
you lost me at killing my friends and family. No, that's nothing like Tony.
His name is
But-
Anthony Michael Myers. Just so you guys
Hey,
know.
hey,
I'm
calm
just-
down. Now you gonna release my government name online right now?
Just saying, just saying.
All right, let's watch some of this.
Okay, first reactions to this, guys. So, he's got a clip here
Hold
of
on.
the people on the mall.
Let's make
Everybody's
sure
pretty
we
much
got video
getting
up.
crazy,
I
running
want to
wild.
make sure the volume is live. We can shut some of this music down.
mind you, all this police response was for allegedly a little fight amongst kids.
With
Wasn't it? It
sticks.
was. I've also heard firecrackers.
Fireworks and sticks.
Kids with firecrackers and sticks in the mall. And this is what you're going to look at. This is how they respond to sticks and firecrackers. Completely logical response. Okay, now I'm just going to say that is not a logical response.
So I haven't confirmed this, so I need to confirm it. But one of my buddies at work was telling me that one of the guys on TikTok said if you flip the coordinates around from Miami to Antarctica, they're like flipped around.
Yeah,
And
I did hear that one.
Antarctica's another rabbit hole that.
Wait,
The whole ice wall thing, we're not allowed to go
Yes.
any further than a certain point and all that. That's a whole nother
oh,
thing.
listen,
right?
we're not going down flat Earth, are we? Please don't be a flat Earth. Don't.
No, it's not flat Earth.
No. But it's just...
Don't be that guy.
Even that's big today. It's getting big. I mean, some guys like it flat, some guys like it round. Nobody's judging. I'm just saying, whatever. But, what I will say is this theory that somebody had that I saw on TikTok. The chick went and she tried the coordinates, and the GPS coordinates, I guess. When she flipped it around, it ended up being Antarctica, right?
Yeah.
So what she thinks is that the aliens, just like us, can fuck up, right? They fucked up the coordinates and ended up in the Miami Mall rather than where they should have been.
Dude, but they show Miami.
But you know what she's saying, right? She's saying that these guys use like wormholes, portals, whatever. Wherever they were supposed to come out in Antarctica, the digits are wrong, coordinates, and they ended up coming out in the mall in Miami.
You have to kind of backtrack even where we're at now into like even further back, right? Because there's a bunch of theories on time travel and just the possibilities, right? One of the ones that made sense to me, but again, we're only using a small percentage of our brain, and everything like that. So, like the theory is, time travel is only possible for you to go from the day. Let's say time travel was invented today. Today and forward, you can't go back, which makes sense. But then it gets to the whole parallel universes and the bending of time and how we perceive time, and there's so many like.
I don't know how that would go. It seems like an unfair advantage for anybody that discovers it first.
Hard subject to talk about because it can be joked around very easily. Yeah. Right? It's very easily joked around, and most things that seem.
I feel like the first person who discovers it controls everything.
And not only that, the thing is, like, whenever these subjects come up, 80% of people will dismiss you right away because we're stuck in the confines of thinking of in a certain little square box, and nothing exists outside of that, right?
You got to start thinking 360, bro.
So, man, it's just
just like you were saying about the world right now, the world it is today, right? Let's just apply simpleton logic. Dude, that would be so epic.
Cool, please take me.
We're in the middle of Goat Milk Diaries, and we see a tractor beam just starting to float Tony.
I am totally.
Hey,
guys,
can you imagine his hair
I'm
standing up home,
baby. Hold on, I want to hear this guy. Now we're gonna get into the whole. Well, we were to the tail end of the last video, talking about the police reaction. Now this is a video that we've shared amongst the group. We've watched. I watched it like twice. The guy's got points. Let's take a look.
Came in explaining that there were 8 to 10 foot tall creatures moving through the mall. Multiple witnesses talked about running away from these 8 to 10 foot tall creatures that were moving in and out through 4D time and space. And they had the blacked out Apache chopper in the sky. But here's the kicker. Any of the video footage that was taken from inside the mall has been confiscated and unreleased to the public. And when you turn to the internet to look for details of the story, the only articles that pop up are ones that are talking about how 4 young teenagers got into a fight using sticks and fireworks. And that was the reason for the police response. In what reality does it take over 200 police cars to respond to something like this? They cut the power, they cut the scanners, and they put the choppers in the sky. This much of an emergency response is not the result of a small scuffle between teenage boys. Watch this next clip and let me know what you think about it in the comment section. The person recording is capturing the police response in real time until it pans around, and then you can see the spotlight on something large walking in front of the police. Look in the middle. What the hell happened at the Bayside Shopping Mall in Florida 4 days ago? Police response was insane with over 200.
All right, that was the end of it. It's just going to
replay But again, it's this is only a fraction of a microcosm of the questions you have to ask, right? Because if you let's just say, and I don't want to offend anybody, please. I don't want to offend anybody. This is just spitball talking. We're just fucking fireball talking right now. But the thing is, let's say that was an alien and they're aliens, right? You've now shattered religion and Christianity and the whole premise of God and all that. You've now shattered that. So imagine how many people are going to be susceptible to hurting themselves because they've spent a life. That's nothing. There's so much. So there's that, right? There's that aspect of it. And there's just the mathematical probability. Like Neil Tyson deGrasse says it. He's like, it's mathematically impossible for there not to be stuff out there. Because he's like, you hold up a grain of rice to the sky. He's like, that's how big we are in the universe.
True that. And we have to think about this. Sometimes we think that what we do here on this planet, the way we have math set up and everything, well, that applies to us. It doesn't mean it applies to everything. Before we move on to this clip, I just want to talk about this real quick. And I don't want to stir away from this, but I want to, 3 good points that I want an opinion from you guys each. So, first question is this. The level of police response, and I'm going to go first on this, my thoughts. The level of police response to that happening in the mall. Guys, I lived in Compton. I grew up in Inglewood, Los Angeles, California. I grew up where we had riots. I had all kind of things go down. We had riots in our schools all the time, drive-by shootings. We never, ever got a police response like that. Ever. Okay, until the big LA riots hit.
Sticks and firecrackers?
Sticks and firecrackers, really?
Sticks and firecrackers?
We're
Yo, there was grown adults running for their lives.
For me, it's unacceptable.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The amount of police response is just unacceptable for me. I'm not going to swallow that. What do you think? What do you think about that?
How do you?
No, I agree.
How can you accept that as saying sticks and firecrackers?
But
didn't
again,
they shut down the airspace?
Okay.
Isn't there? Did that happen, or was that refuted right now?
Okay, here we go. Point number 2. People have public access to the police scanners in the area for you to be able to hear what's going on. You know, people even do this as a hobby, like just the way we do a hobby here with doing this podcast. There's people out there by the thousands upon thousands. Their hobbies to listen in on the police scanners and the public scanner.
They shut that down, right?
Why was it shut down?
They shut that down.
They shut it down.
That's nuts.
So, point number 1, police response. 2 is level of communication in the community to be able to hear this on the police scanners. So, number 1, you could say, well, it was just a coincidence of overly done response. Okay. 2, the scanners were down. Oh, it's just a second coincidence. Maybe they weren't able to do something, or they didn't want evidence. There's something, whatever. Now 3. 60,000 residents were left without power at the same moment this was happening. So power was cut off in the surrounding areas. Do we call that coinkadink number 3?
Okay, I'm gonna dive on this one. Police response, absolutely absurd. There's no chance that your story of 4 kids with sticks and firecrackers lines up.
Nope.
Point 2, which was what was the second one?
Point 2 was the police scanners, the public scanners.
Yeah, police scanners. Another absurd thing to shut down an emergency broadcasting system for kids and sticks. Point 3. I live in California. So recently, in the last 6 months, weird things have been happening to our internets and our phone. We're getting fiber optics cables cut, where we're losing cell service for a day, full day, 2 days. We're losing phone service. It's happened probably 3 times in the last 5 months.
What's up, Nick? How we doing, brother?
Nick, we're doing great, thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere, baby.
3 times in the last 5 months, and they always give you the same. Oh, there's some hobos cut some fiber optic lines. Fiber optic lines are buried in the ground. That's kind of far fetched. So again, I don't believe the tall tale story, right?
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Tony. Before I die, go ahead.
I'm gonna play this video, but I just want to know.
So
it sounds like there's some fuckery about.
So before you play that last one,
oh boy, here he goes. Come on,
last one more time. Before we move to this clip, the biggie for me was this: that airspace was blocked in the area, And the airport.
No, I keep hearing different things that it was and it wasn't. Now you know how it's gonna go. I just haven't found anything definitive.
It was shut down for about an hour and 20 minutes. That the airport was shut down. The airspace was, the planes were not cleared to come in or to take off for about an hour and 20 minutes. I saw a video of a lady that said her flight was delayed. I think it was maybe 2-3 people I've seen today. So by them saying there was delayed, it was stopped at a certain point. So 4 big events, too much to be a coincidence at all of any kind. Over kids fighting with sticks and fireworks.
I 100% agree with you. But my thing is, I layer it even further, right? So the government can never come out and say officially, like, you're never going to see, well, obviously Biden doesn't know where he's at, but you'll never see you'll never see a president come out and be like, yo, just want to let you guys know there's aliens. We got it under control.
That stuff that happened in Mexico with that mall.
Yeah, so
it's okay because the children can read now.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We as a society are failures. We're destined to fail as a society, as a civil union, whatever you want to call it, from the Roman Empire on down. There has been no society that's ever prospered and maintained. We all have a good start.
I don't know, man.
We all
China's
have
been
that
around.
climax.
China's been around for a while.
We all have that climax, and then something happens, right? And
what goes up must come down. What goes up must come down.
Of course. It's the law.
And think about it. America's only 200 and some odd years old.
That's why I figured we got a couple more years, right? We're not going to go down in our lifetime.
You know what this all reminds me of right now? Everything that's going on. Growing up, everybody saw has everybody seen the Twilight Zone growing up?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, there was an episode, an old black and white episode, where lights start going out in the neighborhood. Lights start going out. Power's not available in homes. The people in the neighborhood start freaking out, and they start turning on each other, right?
What's going on, man?
And then lights. What's up, AD?
How big deployment's going on? I don't know what you're doing today. I seen the picture. You know, I hope you're keeping it moving. Listening to us talk about nonsense.
So the lights come on in the house, right? And since that guy is the only one that has power in his house, the neighborhood starts turning on them because somehow they've got something to do with this. And then they start seeing different things going on in the neighborhood. Long story short, they start getting into each other and chaos breaks out, right? So they pan out of the neighborhood. The camera pans out of the neighborhood onto a top side of a hill. And you see, and I don't remember this part too much, if it was 2 aliens or 2 men dressed like aliens in the episode. And they had a controller in front of them. And they were screwing around. It was a social experiment to see how the humans reacted and turned on each other. And brother, that is what I'm getting at sometimes. It's going
and like what Platinum's saying, and again, it goes back to my favorite quote from the Joker: "We're only as good as the world allows us to be." That's it.
I caught you on that last episode saying that, and you are absolutely 100% correct, bro.
We as a society couldn't wake up tomorrow and there'd be Independence Day fucking warships about even if they're peaceful. Here's the thing: aliens are here. If they wanted us dead, we'd be dead already.
Yeah, totally
I feel like we're a weird social experiment.
And Facebook user, I don't know who it is. If you want to,
hit that StreamYard button so we know who you are.
I was just gonna say, hit that StreamYard button, that permissions, and we can say that. But yeah, a lot of people should know that episode is pretty.
Platinum, are you down in Florida? Are you down in?
Yeah, he's Florida, right?
Are you Miami based? Are you our inside track here?
Nick is in Florida.
I want to know.
Florida?
I don't know. Is he? He's always jet set somewhere,
right? So, but here's the thing about a lockdown, right?
He's the closest thing to Ric Flair we have in the hobby.
Woo!
A lockdown is great on paper. But here's the thing, and
We're
maybe
getting
80
canceled
Terry
today, gentlemen.
maybe 80 Terry can. But a lockdown has to be enforced by somebody. And who's going to enforce it?
He's in New Jersey now. Okay.
The police and the military. But what are the police and the military? They're just people. You're not going to, I can almost 100% bet that the vast majority of the United States military would not turn their weapons on civilians that are scared for their lives because there's fucking aliens or something and they're being forced to do something. That's not how the Constitution was written.
We're gonna need some inside information.
Inside info.
We're gonna need some inside information. I need to know about this video. I need to know about
some survival supplies
I need to know
too.
if something like this is real. I don't know if it's real. I need to know.
Let this man play his video before he explodes.
Take a look at this brand new footage coming out of Miami, Florida regarding
Look
the
at what
Bayside
happens
Market alien incident. This witness captures those three beings on film. I have enhanced the video as much as I possibly could, as well as slowed it down at the end so you can see these creatures were massive, dark, shadowy, and they do look humanoid. Tell me what you think.
Bro. Everyone's going this way. Yo, what is that?
Okay, now can I just point something out?
I think that's
why is nobody's running?
Okay,
that's the thing is people are casually strolling behind them,
just chilling with them.
Okay, guys, so let's get in order here. Okay, let's break this.
Think it was
down.
Kevin Durant.
We're gonna break this down. Okay, piece by piece. Okay. So we have a pretty good comment here, and I think Nick is on to something. We got to put this comment down because this I think is the closest answer I've had all day to this clip we have.
LOL, of course, yes. It's always LOL. It's Miami Heat front court.
It's the ghost of Kobe.
Oh no!
Oh,
he said and one.
Okay, so
they're gonna come back.
We'll start out. Here's the list. Okay,
bro.
First of all, we got to look at this clip and see. Other than just one lady that's like on her knees on the floor, everybody looks pretty casual. Things are out of focus. And
Joey might be right.
Joey hit it. That's part of the He-Man. That's part of the He-Man woman haters.
Bro, they might be going there just trying to get a loan. Well, everybody just calls a big ruckus. They're not going to get the loan now.
Never.
Cars out front. Like what the hell? Just ruin everything. Like just ruin the whole clubhouse get together thing.
So for me, this is a debunker for me. It's a debunked video for sure because bad focus. I don't have the right crowd response, and it's just you can tell there's things that are just not right about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It doesn't take a genius to look at this and dismiss a lot of things. There are just facts that you can't dismiss about what happened, like the scanner radio, the airspace, the police response, and all that. Definitely can't dismiss those. This is totally dismissible. At least
for every one authentic video, you're gonna have 3 fakes. That's just how it works.
That's usually how it works. Yeah, we're just going through some of these ones that we did. What do we got here?
But again, it goes back to it lies deeper. Just imagine that. Again, not trying to offend anybody, but imagine the chaos of there being aliens, and it debunks religion. Because I watched a movie on Netflix, which I'll look up the name of the movie. Really craziest movie, just a mindfuck movie. So basically, this guy scientifically proves that there's a heaven. So people are like, well, it's fucking real. Kill myself and I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not how it works, but.
Well, I mean, we can, I usually go over it and we do our thing. And
remember, he's from Buffalo, so they don't get much internet out there.
Bro, I'm just sending, these are not my videos. These are videos that were sent to the chat.
Aliens live behind the Niagara Falls.
Do they?
So guys, this is how we're gonna get to the definitive answer of everything. We just got to leave it up to the Simpsons because they've been right and predicting things for quite a while now.
Let's go to the professionals, shall we?
Let's go.
Did you know The Simpsons predicted a dark winter of 2024? This prediction is really scary. Watch until the end to keep your family safe. In an episode from season 33 that aired in January 2023, it seems like they were hinting at something called a dark winter coming to America. In the episode's plot, the Simpson family gets snowed in at home due to a massive winter storm covering Springfield. News reports indicate that the freezing weather isn't just in their town. Much of the United States is facing record cold temperatures, heavy snowfalls, and dangerous ice storms, and people are told to stay at home. What's even more interesting is that the episode aired only a few months before winter 2024. Could it be predicting the future? More unsettling is that dark winter is a term used by government officials and pandemic experts to describe a hypothetical crisis scenario involving a combination disaster. It was used after 9/11, imagining a U.S. smallpox attack. Now, with COVID, high costs, food and energy shortages, and extreme weather from climate change, some worry about a crisis like the one shown in a Simpsons episode hitting America. Only time will tell if the theories about a truly dark winter in 2024 are true. Let's wait and see. Now, there's another prediction for 2024 that's really surprising. All the details will be in part 3. If this post gets 3,000 likes,
and you'll play another one.
But the craziest part is after I sent that video, right? I clicked onto the Weather Channel to see what the weather was going to be like this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shit you not. We're expecting an Arctic blast to come down from the north that temperatures could drop as much as 30 to 50 degrees colder than normal through this Arctic blast.
And guess what the weather's going to be here where I'm at coming this Sunday? -3.
Minus. Don't lie, bro.
What is this, your first? Did you send me just the part 1 and part 2? Because I got another one sitting right here.
Cue it up.
I'm going to cue it up.
Always a dark winter
I'm just saying,
in Buffalo.
We have to go. I mean, it's always a cold ass winter. We're talking about. Yeah, y'all ready for a winter? This is what we do.
Especially when the Bills lose this weekend.
Oh, is that where you're going? Is that where you want to go?
And guys, just real quick.
Can't even let a guy have a good week. It's all right. Hey, don't worry. That's why I won't even say anything. Good luck to the Niners.
We got another week.
That's already been predicted too. Don't worry about it. You know who's gonna win. But guys, like, share, subscribe. No,
listen, this is all for entertainment purposes only. We are not trying to.
We're just telling you how to feel reality, right?
Right. We're just going down rabbit holes and just giving you something to think about. That's all. But we got to go to the professionals, and I mean, the Simpsons are where it's at. So.
He predicted 2 big things that already happened in 2024. First, they foresaw the Japan tsunami, and then there's the alien attack on the Miami Mall. The third prediction is pretty scary, so watch until the end to keep your family safe. In season 17, episode 18, titled The Wettest Story Ever Told, the Simpsons are on a boat near Japan.
Pause.
Suddenly, a huge wave hits them. But it's not just any wave, it's a tsunami. This massive wave heads for the city and wipes it out. They also foresaw the alien attack on the Miami Mall. In a more recent episode, Bart and Lisa are on vacation in Florida, hanging out at the mall when they discover a creepy alien in the storage rooms. Little did they know, minutes later there's a full-on alien invasion. Now there's a third prediction for 2024 that's really surprising. All the details will be in part 2. If this post gets 1,000 likes, we'll explore their scariest prediction yet. So make sure.
We need more of these. We need more of these for the channel because you know what? It makes sense. And I'm sorry. They've predicted the future before.
All I know is California. I'll tell you what. All I know is, like, if you look at California and how the coast has been getting like record size waves, they've been battered with floods and everything. Things are definitely changing climate wise and the way things are being hit. All I know is, regardless of that, if it gets too bad, it's morphin' time. It's morphin' time. I got it covered, guys. I got this shit covered on this end. It's morphin' time, baby. That's all I gotta say. Okay? That's right.
I don't have one yet.
It's morphin' time. Then it's morphin' time.
You got it. So I'm good. I'm covered. But, and just real quick, we're coming to the end of this subject here, and we're going to move on to another one. The other one being, just real quick, just to put it out there, is this whole World War III thing. Now we're going into something, we'll talk a little something more about something more realistic for everybody, and what we should do or should be doing or expect to be doing for that kind of thing to happen. It's very plausible. Simpsons, though, good source of truth. Good source of truth.
I just want to briefly touch on one thing. That as a distraction, that we should not be. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. One thing that we should never be distracted from is the things that are really going on. And we're watching things like videos on, you know, what's going on overseas and the realistic expectations of an actual war that's probably imminent from everything that I'm reading and everything that I see on the news. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't know. I just watch and observe, just like any other person that they're feeding this bullshit to. And I go back and I look forward through it, and then you get to a point where they just like, oh, well, we're gonna release the Epstein list. Do you know who's on this list? Do you know who's on this list?
Everybody's on this list. There's, I mean, some people didn't surprise me.
Stephen Hawking is on this damn list, okay?
Although I seen the TikTok that says, "Yo, if you got molested by Stephen Hawking, that's on you."
Bro, listen, this is all I got to say about that list.
Listen, he could still use his nose.
Good morning, class.
Hey, can I borrow a pencil?
Well, it looks like we have a comedian.
I wasn't making a joke, I was just asking.
Well, Louis Anderson, our first test is Friday, and if you don't pass, you are out of the class. Helen.
Damn it, Steve, you forgot to put out the cheese and crackers.
Helen, don't start with me in front of our guests.
Oh, God.
Do you think I like
the humanity?
You? I am sorry you had to see that.
Look, sir, I really need to confess something to you. That assignment I turned in...
You know, Brian, before you came along I was so depressed I was planning to kill myself. But you have inspired me. If you can learn...
Here they have great makeup sex.
That feels so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh. Baby.
I thought about this all day.
Not so fast. You are hurting me.
Well, first
and I just want to know that if you're going to put somebody like that on your list of people that have raped somebody, I want you to know that he must be able to forcibly.
No. So the list isn't of people who have raped somebody confirmed.
Wow.
The list is the people that have confirmed that have traveled on his airline. So you're going to have to weed through that list further. The thing is, they want to throw every name out there under the sun because you know what? Here's the thing with people with power and money.
That's what the purpose was. Don't be distracted by some list.
What's
up, Mark?
How you doing, buddy?
The thing with people with power and money, at some point, you want more power. I'm not saying it's for certain, but you look at people like Joe Biden and the weird things they do around little girls. You can question it.
I mean, anybody seen that P. Diddy shit?
There's a lot of weird shit that goes on in Hollywood, and you got the Harvey Weinstein. Bro, you had Terry Crews.
There's a whole bunch of steamage going around.
Bro, you had Terry Crews. Terry Crews is a 6'2", 270-pound giant of a man that got molested in Hollywood.
Somebody grabbed his penis. Yes, we all know. He's so offended. This big gigantic man. He's like, no, but I didn't want to do anything.
So check this out, guys. This is a lot darker than what people think. There's a lot of things going on. I literally just talked to my 2 daughters today. I said, listen, no more Tay-Tay for you guys. She's out of the list. No more Tay-Tay in the house. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to see you guys even supporting or clicking on anything with these certain performers or whatever. What's with all the damn devil worshipping scenes on stages and shit like that? You know what I mean? It's insanity to me. Like, I can't support that. I can't let my kids support that or anything. What this list means is that just because Stephen Hawking is in a chair doesn't mean he doesn't have fabulous finger movement, as we can see. He still has his jollies one way or the other, right? Now, that list is not only for that. We're talking about things that happen where kids are gone, people have been abducted, they don't come back from the island. Who's to say?
Pizzagate.
Who's to say? Yeah. Who's to say they don't have them for organs, for surgical procedures, for trading, for, you know what I mean?
You tell me he went by the way of Disney?
Did you hear the furniture one? What's the Wayfair?
Think he froze his head?
Have you heard of the Wayfair thing?
No. What's the Wayfair thing?
Google Wayfair and child trafficking. Wayfair is like a kind of like an IKEA,
like furniture and stuff for the house.
Yeah.
And
Bro, that's where I ordered my chair from.
No, Google Wayfair
supporting
and child trafficking.
Yeah, you by sitting it, you're on the list now, Tony.
Smells like a cow.
Officially, you're on the list now.
I'm surprised Tony's like, smells like a 13-year-old girl.
No wonder he kept. No wonder when you first bought it.
Why would you say that? I
When
said
you
it smells
first
like a
bought
cow.
We're
He was
watching you, Tony.
massaging
Smells like
that
leather.
chair and
Right?
smelling
Weird,
it
huh? That explains the backstage stuff he was doing.
What are you talking about? What is going on here?
We're watching you.
All right, I have no idea. All right, I'm lost. I'm out.
We're on to you, Buffalo.
Tapping out. I have no idea what you're talking about. We weren't even backstage, dude. We just got on and we went straight live, bro. What are you talking about? You guys are always late. There's no backstage happening over here.
Anyways, I think the Epstein thing is one thing, but you got your Hamas thing. You got us sending the amount of money we're sending to Hamas. I would love to hear from like a Randall Angel or A.D. Terry. I don't think we're gonna have like people get caught up in the World War III thing. We're not gonna have a conventional World War III. It's just not. It's gonna be a lot more sabotage, cyber attacking, things we did like to when I believe it was Iran. Iran was trying to get their nuclear shit together, and we ended up hacking their computers. and getting into their centrifuges, where centrifuges are these like carbon fiber tubes that spin fucking super fast, and they help create something with plutonium or some shit like that. And we end up hacking it and figured out like, yo, we can knock the vibration off, and these things spin so fast, once they get up to RPM, they'll fucking explode on their own.
Guys,
that's what we did.
I have a question.
Hold on. We literally just looked at pictures that Iran was posting on their websites of like, look what we're doing. And we'd zoom in and see their little tags of like what computer software it was or what computer hardware it was. And that's how we got into their shit. China is going to go after our power grid at some point. It's
Definitely.
just that's an inevitable thing. And they say if China was to go after our power grid and we lost power for 7 days, it would kill over like 300,000 or 300 million Americans.
It is getting out of hand. Definitely.
I'm bringing guys.
Out of hand.
Like I sent an invite to another out of this world agent.
And here's the thing, guys. This is the thing that gets me really concerned about, like what we're talking about, like new tactics, like cyber warfare or contaminating the water, where we're not going to be able to use the water. Just dirty bombs, things like that. The border.
How do you control the border?
Is a whole other thing. All these Asians and
not for nothing. It's a big ass border.
I mean, but brother,
it's not just Mexicans. It's not just Mexicans coming across.
I mean,
they're finding prayer rugs and the amount of people coming across. These guys are stopping from China. There's as many Chinese immigrants coming through the border now as there are Mexicans.
At an alarming rate. It's insane. It's insane. How many? And we get generalized, our families, I'm Mexican. This has been through my whole life. I've heard this shit. Mexicans, the border, block the border. Okay, yeah, Mexicans do cross the border. But you know what's before Mexico? You have Ecuador, Nicaragua, Guatemala, you have Salvador. All those people are coming through Mexico to cross over. So, you know what I mean?
Hold on. Can we just take this in for just a second? I know this person to not lie.
I'm not joking with you about Wayfair, dude.
Bro,
and people have proven it.
No, I know that it's happening. It's crazy that. Listen, we all need to stay protected and don't be somebody that touches something and then goes and smells your fingers. You know what I mean? Don't be somebody that, and then all of a sudden you pass the hell out. Yeah, dude, don't be weird. Don't let weird shit get to you. You see some weird shit going on? Understand that it's not just you thinking it's weird. It's weird. Be aware and be aware of your surroundings at all times, especially for our women in our life, because there's guys out there that will come in drones and they'll get you if they think they can get you.
So,
like women,
here's something
keep doing them squats and stay thick.
Yeah,
thick girls are harder to kidnap because they ain't trying to get kicked.
Yeah. So here's the thing now. I want to go into this subject real quick and then move on to another one. As far as like, maybe Nick knows about this. He's a little better informed than most people that I know. I heard there is either going to be a law or there's a law now going into effect at a certain point where in the city of New York, people will be legally removed from their homes by the government or the state without a warrant, without any reason. All they need is suspicion. They can come in and take your kids, your wife, and just put you under quarantines under just a health check. You don't need your approval.
You didn't know about that?
I've been hearing about this for a while.
California has that now.
Oh, so they have it in California now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have it. We call it red flag laws.
Oh.
So what happens? What happens is I can call the cops on Mendoza, and be like, hey, I think Mendoza is a little strange and is in fear for himself. They'll come to your house, take all your firearms, take everything from you, and then you have to go to court to prove your innocence to get your property back.
That's some crazy shit.
That's what we're under. That's exactly what we're under. So that's why, like, whenever I do something, I'm always I say something or hey, I'm of sound mind and complete. I'm good. I ain't trying to hurt myself. Nothing.
Oh God!
But you have to. It's sad. You have to. Like it's crazy that is a physical law that is in place. It's been here for about 2-3 years now.
God, dude, let me tell you something. If I was in LA and I was a certain person's neighbor, I'd make that call and go, I know a certain guy that he thinks he's a turtle. It's got no neck.
A ninja turtle?
Stop playing.
You need to come and check this dude out. For real, like you need to do wellness check.
That's part of the endless debate on who's to say what is mentally ill and what's not. Right? You can have a veteran come back with PTSD and may be able to manage it and everything like that, but in some states he won't be allowed to own a firearm.
And that really sucks.
In California, you wouldn't be able to own a firearm.
And which takes us to the next subject real quick. Preparation. Guys, are we really prepared? How many of us are prepared for something to really go down?
I'm waiting.
The last few years, I mean, all these things we've been going through the last like 15, 20 years back from the wars in Iraq and everything, I really didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel like there's anything we needed to do. We're USA, baby. Nothing touches us. You know what I mean? War and all that doesn't exist here.
Times.
But now, it's time. It feels so crazy. Like I've had just a few people inbox me already. Brother, are you ready? There's something coming. Civil war and this and that. Stock up. Got me thinking. I said, you know what? Not so much of that, but because the possibility of going through World War III, if China goes after Taiwan and they want to grab it up and USA wants to put their big ass foot in that, it's on and cracking. So you got to think about food, self-protection, self-preservation. How ready are we, guys?
I'm good. I'm not scared. Not even worried a little bit.
We're not talking for a month. We're talking we might have to
I'm good.
Bunker down for 6 months to a year.
And
you know what I mean?
I'll figure it out.
So the thing with China, Russia, United States is, again, I could be wrong, but all that war is ever going to be is 3 people standing in a circle doing this. And just got their fist up, but nobody's going to throw that punch. There'll be people in the background doing cyber shit and all that kind of stuff like that, but nobody's going to really do this.
Do you think anybody's really got the nuts to drop a bomb? I don't think they do, because everybody's got them now. It's the end of the world. You're going to kill the whole Earth.
It's not. No, it's not killing the whole Earth. It's going to be rogue shit. It's going to be some. No, it's going to be somebody walks into a mall with the vest strapped to them, or it's going to be that type of shit. It's going to be local. It's going to be isolated, and that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
that. So wait a minute.
I don't go out much. I usually DoorDash.
So Did we test the new warhead in New Mexico already?
Did that happen?
I heard that it did. I don't know how much truth there is behind that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Google that because I've heard about it, but I didn't know that we're. America flexes so weird, don't they?
They've always done that with nuclear weapons.
We'll blow this shit up on our own goddamn land. What do you think that we're gonna do to yours?
Like I do this shit in my backyard. What you think we're gonna do to you?
I'm gonna triple the antidote and just drop it right in your lap.
That's the misconception and misnomer about a nuclear bomb. A nuclear bomb drops.
Hold that down.
A big nuclear bomb drops. It's probably going to blow up, somewhere around 5 or 6 square miles. Your fallout's going to be somewhere in the 30 miles. So it's going to be a big area, mind you. I'm not saying 30 miles, 40 miles isn't a big area, but it's not like they drop one in the center of the United States and the whole United States is fucking gone. Wind, everything, all has a play in that. If it hits the land first, or if it explodes in the air. I think you're more apt to see something more along the lines of an EMP. If they're going to do anything, it's going to be an EMP
or satellite attack.
So, well, that's EMP is electromagnetic pulse. It's just going to take everything out.
So you guys got to stock up on. If you got a special box or container where you can store away batteries or things that generate power for you, awesome, because it'll survive the EMP and then you can have some power, or you could have some candles and make it really romantic for the next few months where there's no light. But you got to be ready for these things. You never know.
You know what an EMP doesn't do anything to? A combustion engine.
I mean, if these rich people,
why do you think they want everybody to go electric though?
Generators.
No, why do you think they want everybody to go electric?
Well, that would be dumb to do right at this present second.
No. They want everybody to go to electric because it's power. Because the power is they can shut your car off when they don't want you to drive.
Control.
That's terrible. But listen, I brought in another conspiracy theorist. Just to dabble in on some subjects. Eazy-E's got that face like he's scared about what's about to go down, but you know what? Aliens, bro.
I'm gonna go grab a drink and I'll be right back.
Everybody, listen. We didn't know it was gonna be War Games today. But we got Brian Allen on the show and he wants to talk about some of this shit too. So everybody, welcome Brian Allen to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, BA. How you doing? He came prepared. Yo, I love that. All right, hey man, listen, real quick, that thing over your right shoulder right there, that picture right there, how you have it in the box and everything, I need that. No, not. All right, maybe it's your left shoulder. Your other shoulder, that one right there. All the champions with the winged eagle. I need it. Send me the link. Send me the link. I gotta get it. I gotta get it.
There's no link. I made it. I altered the photo and then I had it put out on campus myself and then I made the frame for it. And I used the Sugi Bomb Blue on it. The Sugi Bomb Blue, Tony. The Sugi Bomb. It's Japanese. Strong style.
Strong style. So what do you want to touch on? What do you want to touch on first, BA?
The aliens? The aliens and shit, which you guys covered whatever, for the most part, what everybody else saw on that, which either way, if that's real or not, but like the way I usually do things in certain situations, you look what's going on all around for the 2 + 2 = 4 factor. And I'm sure some of you guys know about the, the CERN research going over in Switzerland.
That started in
No.
That's
you see
basically when they're trying to keep the speed of light and they're fucking with it. So basically they were fucking with it. It's about 16 miles round, a little over 16 miles round under the ground. And they were fucking with this thing like the other day. And
it's a particle collider for you.
Yeah. You can make particles go around in one, or you can make them collide. You put them on a collision course with each other. So they're offset and they miss and miss.
That's where they're doing that fusion shit.
Yeah, these guys create a portal in the sky. Maybe they create a portal in the sky and they accidentally sucked in a couple of these fellows and they are walking around like they're lost.
They're creating antimatter. That's what that was the point of it.
Well, no, but CERN started in 2012, I believe, and one of the theories is when CERN started, that's when the Mandela effect started. Because the Mandela, they're contributing when CERN started, it put a riff in the timeline and set us off on a different timeline, and that's why there's certain things that are just don't jive anymore.
Well, some people, they're trying to get likes on their videos. Let's keep in mind with that. Like, they'll put up certain songs and they're putting up the wrong lyrics. It's like, listen to the whole song, you fucking cunt buckler. What the fuck? You're putting up the wrong shit for likes. Try to make money off the internet, you assholes.
Well, I'm telling you, this shit is not gonna be good. And 2024 has a weird vibe to it already.
Like,
am I wrong when I say this?
A lot of people see Elon Musk shooting these rockets up in the sky and having them land back in the same place, and they're clapping their hands like it's all cute and everything. There's a method to the madness here. It's so it can land on meteors and asteroids, and it can collect those precious materials that are out there, even shit that we don't know. These guys are all trying to get their hands on that element 115 because they realize they have it. It generates fucking gravity. And the reason that they were able to get their hands on this shit in the first place is because they found a fucking spacecraft that was basically abandoned from a long time ago, which would be the equivalent of us coming across like an old model Ford, like an ancient UFO, like a shit that's like outdated, they don't even use anymore. So that's how they got their hands on it, and they figured it out with what's his name? The dude that did all the research at Area 51.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name now. Much as I talk about him, too, I can't remember his name now. I smoke a lot of pot, people. It happens. So,
it's all
anyway,
good,
the shit that he said is turning out to be
Lazar?
true. Yeah, Bob Lazar. So, what's happening is he says that we got like 9 different models of this spacecraft from what he knows about. So, there's possibly more.
That was me. That was platinum.
Those other people saying those beings in Florida, whatever, if they're real, they think they're the Nephilim from the Book of Enoch, and they're only mentioned twice in the Bible. Which, ladies, let me tell you something. You might want to watch the fuck out if they're around, because it's not going to be nice what they do. All right, it's not going to be nice what they do. So you better get your mans and push him in front of you, and then start running. Just start running. So these guys, these Nephilim, they're going to want to stick their D in your PT. And D means dick, and PT means your pink tunnel. They're going to try to do that. And I'm just going by what the Bible says. You can read the quotes yourself. I didn't even have pickup lines like that when I was a single guy. Shit.
Bro, I don't even know what to say after that, dude. Your PT means your pink tunnel. Like, I never heard that shit before, ever.
You got to be unique with people. They don't want to hear the same cliche shit.
You know what? I'm happy we brought you on. Now, do you think there was really aliens in Miami?
You want to know something? I think if aliens were going to make an appearance, they would do a much more bomb appearance, like a fucking Independence Day, General Zod showing up in Man of Steel. They would do something bomb like that. They wouldn't be like, oh, they fucking caught us on film, and now we gotta, all right, let's let them know.
I think if they did, though, they know us better than that right now because we're so fucking destructive by nature. Like, they would just probably be like, pop in and be like, hey.
Well, you know about James Webb and the telescope.
If I was aliens, I'd totally be trolling us.
Of the Big Bang, because a lot of people don't know how the universe actually works. Like, if somebody were to see the light from our solar system from another planet and look at it, let's just say they're 65 million years away, light years or whatever, they're gonna see the fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah,
that's the way space-time works.
Yep.
People don't get it. They think they're going to see us jerking around or whatever. And it's like, no, they're not going to see you beating off to the Playboy magazine. They're going to see like a pterodactyl, a brontosaurus. They're going to see all sorts of shit like that.
But then that goes back into well, how we perceive time and space, and can we fold it on itself if we have enough power?
When you fold that piece of paper in half and you punch that pencil through it.
The 2 dots are right there, and then you can pull it apart, and they're this far apart. You fold the paper together, and the dots are right there. That's how you fold space-time.
That's so what the theory is.
Breaking the rules of the speed of light, because once the speed of light, like they used in the CERN machine, they had these particles going around, and they only had a certain lifespan. But they noticed as they started approaching the speed of light, they were living longer because time was slowing down.
Well, yeah, because they say if you were to travel from the Earth to Mars, you'll actually age slower because of the speed you're going.
Even people on the equator.
Yeah, he said it's marginal. It's marginal, but it's still. If you were to set a watch, keep one watch here and have one watch over here, it would be.
Has anybody seen the movie Interstellar?
I have.
It's directed by Christopher Nolan.
Why did my head think you were going to say Inner Space?
What movie was that? Was that the one with Sandra Bullock in space? Like, what?
No, that was the one with that's the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
and he has,
all right.
And he goes to space and he on one planet they spent 7 minutes said they had to kill it under 7 minutes because 7 minutes on this particular planet was 25 years.
Yeah, it happens like that. Like you can go like around a black hole, and as long as you don't go over the event horizon and you come back, then you'll be in the future. That's like the quickest way to do it, rather than the speed of light. That's the only two ways to go in the future. You go to speed of light for a long time, or you just wander around a black hole.
I'm not a fan of us fucking around black holes. Just not.
I don't think.
What do you think they're doing when they're trying to collide that and create antimatter? What do you think the risk is?
Have any of you guys watched Oppenheimer?
Yes.
They want to know what that singularity.
Twice actually, I watched twice because I didn't. I watched it twice because twice was nice.
The arrogance that we possess when he was like, kind of worried about the Earth's atmosphere, kind of, catching on fire,
igniting all at once, killing the whole entire planet. Like,
try it anyways.
It's a legit worry. Not now, but
flames.
If you
under the ground and above ground.
If you did not know what was going to we know now. We have the knowledge of what the atom bomb did. But in the midst of creating this, you're going through a ton of everything's theory until you prove it. It's in science. Everything's a theory until you can prove it. So in their head, he's thinking that by igniting this, what he saw on paper was a never-ending reaction. So he's thinking that the oxygen will fuel the fire that will ignite the Earth's atmosphere, which will then in turn kill us all. So he doesn't even want to drop the bomb. And remember, this was being created in World War I, and then we won. So they saved that thing. They already had it ready to go.
Now they've
have you seen
Tesla death rate now? They could just turn any country into a lake at will.
H-bomb, I think H-bomb is closer to igniting the atmosphere, I think, than the A-bomb. But I don't think we even launched. That has not been fired off yet. Am I right?
It's not
we
about.
We didn't test the H-bomb, did we?
They have enough of these bombs to destroy.
Whoa, wait a minute. The H-bomb, didn't they ignite that underwater?
Yeah, they've done it before, and they also had a thing called Satan and Satan 2, which Russia launched. Which is supposed to be some like super crazy big shit, but I think we've gone beyond nuclear at this point. Because if you notice with the aliens, they showed up after we dropped the atomic bomb. Nobody was really talking about them until we went nuclear, so they probably showed up to make sure that we were in check and we didn't go out of control. If we go out of control, then they'll probably show up.
Yeah. When I saw,
got nothing to worry about.
If I remember right,
intergalactic motherfucking babysitter, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me?
If I remember right,
still coming out
from seeing a H-bomb being tested, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, was it the one they tested at the Bikini Island?
Yeah, I was thinking, don't they test the hydrogen bombs underwater?
I think they did, and the thing is, like, I saw how many warships they put around a certain distance to that.
Pieces of rice.
Did you see the video of the soldiers that were on the deck, and they're like, yo, we saw through our eyelids, and you could look through your arm and see the bones in your hand.
That is insane.
And they all died of cancer.
They all did, man. I remember the story. They did a documentary on one of the guys that he said they were tying goats and all kind of like animals to the ships to see the after effects. when they came back into the ships to test things and to check out stuff, he remembers seeing a little rock, I guess from somewhere nearby, fell from the explosion onto the deck. He said he picked it up with his right hand, had it in his pocket for maybe 2 minutes. Then he picked it up and picked it out of his pocket, threw it away. Through his whole documentary, they weren't showing his body. And then when they were finally finishing the documentary, the interview with him, they zoomed out and they showed his hand. It was like Fantastic Four's The Thing, like huge with cracks all over it. It was just super oversized. It was gigantic. And his leg was the same way. And then after the interview, I think he passed away maybe like a year or two after that interview that they did that. But
there's a layer to what the government will tell us and what we know and what we've seen. They sent a video, Tony. Cue that video up. And it makes you think, because it's like, you go back to the fucking space race, you know? Did we actually land on the moon? You know?
No. We didn't.
I think we faked it to make sure.
Is that what you really think?
First. I do.
You know what's my craziest? It's not crazy when you think about it. I'm gonna answer this question.
They're doing a planet race now, is what they're doing.
So here, Tony, think about it this way. Before you start the video, think about it this way, Tony. That space shuttle in 1967 or 71, whatever it was, that went to the moon. This iPhone had more computing power than that spaceship.
Than the whole ship. Yep.
True that.
Now, fast forward 50 years later, we ain't been back once.
I mean, we're going to Mars.
We ain't been back once. No, we're dropping giant satellite balloons on Mars, getting lucky, unmanned, because there's a thing called the Van Allen belt that I believe in.
What's up, Ben?
Grandpa Ben, what's up?
Grandpa?
Here's a man that can put in his knowledge and his 2 cents in all this. For
He's
sure.
gonna tell us we're all freaking crazy.
Yeah, he's probably right. He's probably right. He's gonna put all this in our place.
He's probably right.
Play the video. Give me your thoughts.
Well, listen, Platinum. After we play this, we are going to get to this because I think every single person on this thing right now has their own theory of what's going on. But first, we're gonna watch this video that Ethan wanted me to queue up because
give me your thoughts.
Minute 35, and we're gonna talk about it.
You've seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts that you've sure with the mushroom clouds, and there are always these grainy things, and there's all these like little houses lined up and little trees lined up, and it blows everything down. There's always been a conspiracy theory that those were all basically fabricated at this facility, that those bombs actually were never detonated. That basically the U.S. military was basically faking these bomb tests to freak out the Russians, to make us think that we had weapons. We had basically a potency to our nuclear weapon arsenal that we actually didn't have at the time.
How did they fake it?
They just did, yeah.
So this is it?
Well, so there's a, Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened with the camera?
You son of
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my!
Can it go full screen?
By the way, the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film.
Oh my god!
This looks like how you shoot.
Well, by the way, okay, we'll do this. We'll do one more time here. Where's let's see the car?
Oh, okay. Just showed up.
So wait a minute. First of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where'd the car come from?
No car.
The second is, does it really look like
car?
A real, does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
And look at the and look at when the house blows. Look at the wood. Does that look like if those are full size giant lumber booms? As they go flying.
That's hard to say.
Is that a house or is that like is that a 12-inch scale model? What? Right. So like
the fucking car.
Okay, so
I don't know how good video stabilization was back then.
Them super cameras could take the radiation, you know?
Right?
So, I'm not going to lie.
That was obviously a fake thing, but they know the nuclear bombs are real. Just, Nagasaki.
Well, now, but we had to make sure we're first. Again, like the moon landing, we had to make sure we're first. If you're not first, you're last.
It's just a big dick wavering cockfight.
Yep.
Childish.
I mean,
too.
not for nothing, but I mean, I think we kind of proved that we had the capacity to do that. So I'm not worried about this camera stabilization. I'm worried about those people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because it don't matter if the video was fake. We proved it.
So I want to get into Platinum's question right here.
Twice.
He said, so what's your craziest theory of what's going on, fellas? And I'm going to answer this real quick. What my theory is. And it's not so crazy if you think about this. Because over many, many years, everybody...
Hate from Japan.
Over many years, guys, we've always talked about this. It's always been heard about how the planet is so overpopulated, right? If you are a group of people that run the world, you know all the problems that are going on this planet, which is like overpopulation, not making enough food, supply and demand, you're doing a bunch of polluting, all kinds of things are going on. What do you need to solve the problem? The main thing is crowd control, population control. How do you get that down? You make and fabricate diseases. You let them out loose into the people, into their water supplies. You let it out loose into their medical facilities. Everything to get that crowd to shrink. You start wars. You make nations bomb each other. Obliterate sections of places of interest. At the end of the day, it's about control, period. So if you think about it, it's not the craziest thing to think about. People are easy to fool these days. We marvel at the technology that the governments around the world let us see. Imagine the stuff they don't let us see. You know what I mean? See, here you go, Ben. See,
and I'm a full believer that I think COVID was one of their shots of trying to do a little population control, and it was probably a test to see how quickly people would kind of fall in line.
Yeah.
And how quickly did we eject ourselves from that, though?
Unvaccinated.
You remember when people were like, "We're tired of being
times.
in the house. We're leaving. We don't care. We're not wearing masks." People revolted quick as hell. At least up here, I know that. They were like, "No, I'm not wearing my mask nowhere. You can't tell me what to do."
I'm not going to claim to know what's going on in the world, but just looking at it from a
series an
outside perspective.
Theory.
It's not a theory. It's just right now the world's on fire, and there's an old saying that says, how's it go? It says, tough men create easy times create hard men create easy time. There's a saying I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think we're in that time where, we've created a soft society. We've created a society of, we don't know what bathroom to use. We don't know what to call yourselves. We don't know.
Ethan, make sure you use your pronouns.
Yeah, we don't know which way. We don't know which way. We don't know which way's up. Right? So
they don't know which way is up.
You look at it, and people want to believe in something, right? You tend to want to believe in something, and right now there's not a whole lot of like religious belief anymore. It's still there, but it's not like it used to be. I would just sit back with your popcorn.
You got to front row seat to the freak show, folks.
Exactly. Let's see what the next 6 months will look like.
Popcorn in one hand and a gun in the other.
Level-headed, thinking human being that's down to earth, you will enjoy the show. But if you're one of those people that, wants to pledge your allegiance to some side because you want to feel like you're part of a group, then we have every right to call you a fucking asshole.
I mean, yeah.
You know.
BA, what is it in
the conspiracy theory is what your people in Buffalo up there. Your people
what's
in
your
Buffalo.
craziest theory of Buffalo is going on?
If you guys didn't draft O.J. Simpson that year, he would have never met that fucking lady, had that scenario happen where she got killed and these lawyers were fucking hired. And guess what? Their children becoming popular years later. So your fucking goddamn Buffalo Bills are responsible for the fucking Kardashians, bro. You couldn't draft somebody else? You couldn't draft somebody else that year?
The butterfly effects.
That shit wouldn't have happened in Miami. That shit wouldn't have happened anywhere else. But no, you had to go to Buffalo and meet that, like, whatever, that blonde-haired lady.
Who brought this guy in the show?
What do you mean? Your city is solely responsible for that shit.
Your Buffalo Bills are responsible for the Kardashians. You know what? He made it make sense.
You wanted a crazy conspiracy theory. I gave you guys one. But if you want to talk about what's happening with the world, obviously there's a control factor going on. Everybody's on a need-to-know basis. We're not in the club.
So much hateration.
I mean, is it a coincidence that people hate the Kardashians as much as they hate the Bills?
I don't know. I don't hate the Bills. Other than that, I was rooting for him till I saw, and I put the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm like, wait, they drafted this motherfucker? And I'm like, when did he meet this lady? Then he met that lady.
We can flip that, though. Kardashians have way more athletic rings than the Buffalo Bills do.
Oh!
I don't know. What are you talking about?
That's one down.
Rings? What kind of rings? They had wedding rings. There was what is it? It's Kim, Courtney.
Oh, wedding rings?
Chloe.
Lurch.
Oh, they have tons of rings,
bro.
And look at all the athletes they collected. It's like that fucking movie from that Key and Peele.
Have you seen?
They're just collecting athletes.
Have you seen her compared to the other two?
They are definitely a bunch of collectors.
Chloe
Look at the Kardashian. Can we? All right, guys. Let's start on the Kardashian list. I'll start first. Kanye West.
No, just look at the list of men. You have Tristan Thompson, Kanye West, Lamar Odom, Scott Disick.
Look what they did to Lamar Odom. Look what they did to him.
That one hurt. Lamar hurt.
That dude Kim was married to for like. That dude Kim was married to for like 2 weeks. Reggie Bush.
No, it wasn't Reggie Bush. It was
Chris Humphries.
Yep, Chris Humphries. There we go.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush is on the list.
You guys, I know how to solve this.
Keep going.
It came full circle. I know how to solve this.
Keep going.
We need to send some of the Kardashians to Russia and some of them to China. And let them meet the politicians there.
You might be onto something. Why don't we send these bitches to space? We were talking about space. Send them to space. Put them out there.
They will fuck up the aliens' minds so bad.
I don't think they're level plastic. I don't think they're level plastic.
We can pitch to him like this. You will be the only person on Earth to bag an alien.
Because
in
they
public. Publicly. The only American or civilized human being to bag an alien, bro. I mean, what are you gonna do, bro? You're gonna own the world after this.
You're doing it for your country,
right?
Any one of those females,
that's the most important thing.
You ask them a question, and you always respond, "Well, for me, I feel like it's their response to everything." They'll be like, well, there's starving children in this country and everything. Well, for me, when I get hungry, I get moody. And it's like, oh, my God.
Ben did he, though? Did he?
He did. He escaped. All
right. I'm hoping he's doing all right. I just hope I haven't heard anything about him lately. Last thing I heard, he was with the Kardashians. I haven't heard much about him or from him.
You said Erykah Badu. She looks like she has a bush that would knock my Aunt Connie's socks off.
She'll change it, dude. Erykah Badu. Oh my God! Don't send her to nobody. Leave her in her cage. But if you send the Kardashians to the aliens, you guys do understand. There's no way they're going to share any kind of information with us ever.
We can't physically send them.
They're going to send them right back via like
They're
USPS.
not ready. They are not
No,
ready.
we're gonna catch a fine for shipping too much plastic out of states.
Oh, you're definitely gonna pay taxes, bro. You're definitely
Aliens
paying some
will be
taxes.
talking so much shit about us, bro. They'll be like, Earth, the retarded planet. Yeah. That's
Yo, look at
exactly
that. They're gonna be
That's
like, yo,
exactly
they're gonna
what
be like,
happened.
but yo,
It
they're
would
gonna
be
be
so
their
much
alien buddies. Like,
simpler.
yo, come here, look at this. Check this out. Yo, check out that was this bitch. This
It
is what
would
this
be
is.
so much simpler if the
We
aliens.
stole
If the
the
aliens
most popular downloaded female on their planet, and we sent her back. She didn't even know
What
what
are
happened.
they doing on Earth?
it would be so
What are they
much
doing?
easier. It would be so much easier if the aliens looked like the Coneheads. We just knew.
Bro, that'd be awesome.
I would treat it like the movie at that point. It might not work out, but I would try to go for like,
Yeah,
You know-
BA's gonna try to feed some girl her his Subway sandwich.
yeah.
He'd be like five.
Oh, I didn't tell you about
$5
the disaster that happened.
$5 foot long. Yo, why is Mendoza the only person that remembers that I see no serial happens?
What? They know. I used to make fun of it because all the Chinese kids used to get it over on Springfield Boulevard in Queens, and they would all be singing the song. They'd be like, $5 foot wrong. And I'd be like,
Bro, I
"Guys,
couldn't
you
walk
gotta
away from.
stop there."
Yo, dude, that was crazy. Listen, I did something bad. We're joking around here, and we're all in private, and you know we're all racist here.
No. That's absolutely
Dude, I said I made.
equal
Somebody said
opportunity offender.
my
Ben,
dude
log
said.
off while you can, Ben.
Yo, my dude said hello, and dude, I always do the hello. I do it. Dude, it's just funny to me. I just do it. And dude, I didn't even know, bro. If the girl walks around the corner and she's of Asian descent, I'm like,
Asian
foot
descent?
in mouth.
Wait a
walked
minute. What
my
do you
ass
mean
out the
you're
house.
from Asian
I was like,
descent?
oh, okay. Thank you, Platinum. He understands me.
What do you mean
It's
she was from
even
Asian
across the
descent? You
board.
can't tell if she's
Dude.
Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. Do they all look the same to you that you can't tell them apart? Are you like
listen,
racist like that?
Did anybody watch the new Dave Chappelle? Just to be on a funny note for the
It's
end.
what they do with Mexicans at the border. You can't tell any of them apart where they're from until they start speaking.
Has anybody watched the new Dave Chappelle episode?
No.
New Dave Chappelle episode?
You know,
he's
I
got
was
a new
thinking about,
special. He's got a new special on Netflix. Yeah.
What if you come up with a wrestling faction and you have like a bunch of Mexicans in it and you call it the Wall?
Isn't that the LWO?
I don't know. I don't think they'll get over.
Oh, they're getting over the wall.
Yeah, they'll get over. They don't even need the right booking for them to get over at this point.
Oh.
I don't know.
I
what the
thought
show's
about his
about.
show. Check this out. Hear me out. I thought a long time ago about his TV show. Nobody wanted to pick it up. I'm just going to go ahead and let it out now. I was thinking about Home Depot versus
Lowe's?
Joe Depot. Okay. It's about you get Home Depot and you pin them up against Border Brothers that are trying to get a job outside of their facility when they stand outside waiting to get work. And you put them on a project. And what they do is, if Home Depot wins, they ban those guys from ever like standing in their facility for asking for work.
Wait a minute.
If
Let me get
the
this right. You're
Joes-
talking about
Are
a
you talking about like a
competition between Home Depot having their guys against the hombres in the parking lot?
Yeah.
They're gonna lose every time.
Okay.
It's
But
a
Home
wrap,
Depot,
bro.
they're going to bring in their ringers. You know they're going to bring in contractors and stuff, right? Because they can do that.
Yo, but the guys, donde es code? What's it called?
Bro, they'll pile five. They'll pile. Bro, we already know.
Build a
There's already
garage in
videos
a day.
on this. I didn't make the rules.
Yo, listen, some of those guys in certain aspects, man, like, I guess when it comes to, like, the technical stuff that they don't know, that's where they'll slow down. Like, they'll get the frame and the roof on and everything. They could build a pussy with an axe.
Dude, I was gonna say that foundation, that framing.
When it comes to the technical shit, like, you know, that's when they're going to be like, oh,
That
no.
foundation and framing is going to be done by lunch over a few Coronas.
Yeah.
Bro,
Just don't ever
I
let them
shit
put
you
a
not.
fuse box in.
The
No
man
fuse
is not
boxes.
lying.
when I was working on the project out in Hamptons, I was doing this huge project on the Shinnecock Canal, and I was always messing with those guys. Every time they'd walk on the side, I'd take my speakers and I'd start blasting the Gremlins theme song as they're walking onto the site. And I'm like, yo, it's amazing how it just goes so well with the theme with you guys. And it's like, and then
if you really want to scare
music, and then I had the portable speakers that went in sync with each other, and I'd start thumping the bagpipes, and I'd just roll into their area. I'm like, boom, music from my country. And they tried bullshitting me. They're like, yo, I like it. We take gusto. I'm like, bullshit, you hate this stuff. I know you can't stand it. It sounds like somebody pulled the tail off of a cat. I can't even stand it.
If you really want to take that shit and twist it and make it good for them.
If you really want to scare them, just run by him full speed. As you're running by him full speed, just yell "La Amiga" and just keep going.
Oh, the Amiga, yeah. The police showed up at the site, and I'm like, guys, this could be bad. What do you mean? This is the Amiga, you know? Like, oh, no. I'm like, yeah, look at the colores. It's so bad, man. This is a blanquito, I say, yeah.
There's nothing like doing
Tony's getting probed right now.
Oh, he's definitely getting probed. Definitely.
Yo, Grandma probably came downstairs again.
Too much alien
Telling him
talk.
about the moon landing.
But anyway, do you guys know about James Webb? Have you guys been keeping up with the James Webb telescope and all the shit that it's doing? Because there's
I have not.
I have not kept up with that at all.
China created their own version of that, and they put it out there, but they got a different story behind theirs. As where James Webb is like highly advanced and technical and all this shit. It has the gold-plated these plates on it, and then they have the back of it, which is this dark black to absorb. And basically, China's sending theirs out to specifically look for Earth-like planets, because they want to go find another planet, populate it, and then one day come back and claim Earth as its own. They have a plan for that laid out. Long term, they think long term. They got pyramids in China they haven't even checked out yet, and they ask them about it, and they're like, when are you going to check these out? And they're like, sometime over the next 200 years. Like, their timeline is different from the way we think about shit.
Yeah.
So James Webb is finding all this shit out there. They're finding Earth-like planets because they have it set up to where they know where these are. And when they find the area that you could have a habitable planet, it's called the Goldilocks zone. And then they look for particular materials that could be coming off of that planet due to, like, the way that they see, like, flow of gases and all that. They're able to tell what's on there. And it's called ditryptamine sulfide, I believe, is what they found on a planet that's 8 times the size of Earth. And then they found another one, which is an actual water world. Like Kevin Costner, and all of those people battling on the sea, the jet skis and the boats. Child with the funky tattoo. But yeah, there's a planet like that, but apparently they found out that is not habitable at all.
Well, trip out on this.
All this shit. And there's also another thing. If you guys, after you speak, I got something that you guys all probably saw, and the people watching probably saw this too, which is actually pretty fucking funky with today's technology.
Who has Alexa in their house right now? Who has Alexa?
I have that Dishrag whore sitting next to me.
Have you guys asked Alexa what the population is on the moon?
No.
You should ask it.
Do you have an Alexa?
I'll ask her right now. Mine has an English accent.
Hold on. Turn it up.
No, I think you could hear it from here. You'll be able to hear it. You'll be able to hear it over everything.
All right.
Hey, Alexa,
let him have it.
What's the population on the moon?
As life hasn't been discovered on other planets, their population is considered to be 0.
She said considered to be 0.
Considered
Alexa, are you fucking lying to me? Because I know you've been known to do that shit. You're a goddamn female. You guys have been goddamn manipulating people like me since the beginning of time. We gave up a rib. We turned it into a microphone, and you might as well have used it to stab us in the back.
All right. I think he's out for the night. We're gonna close this thing out like this. Ladies and gentlemen.
You didn't talk about the Epstein Island, the little guys doing the mathematical equations on the chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't catch when we talked about Epstein's list and dude, listen, I don't want to show it again because Platinum Swords had to wash his eyes out with soap after we watched it. But dude, how are you gonna put Stephen Hawking on your list, and I'm gonna bring up Dave Chappelle's skit one time to let y'all know he was making fun of handicapped people, and he said something about a politician who started talking about like the corruption and politics and how they're worse than Hollywood and they have these weird sex parties and everything. And Dave Chappelle stopped right there and he was like, I don't believe you. Because who the hell is inviting a paraplegic to a sex party? He's gonna roll around just ratting on everybody. Nobody's inviting you to anything. So Stephen Hawking is jet setting to the island in which people tend to do some less than scrupulous things. Yeah, I'm not believing you. I have a real hard time.
If his fingers could move and they could type, which they did.
Yeah, and he could do astrophysics in his head and then type it out. Imagine what he could do with a vagina.
He knew where the G spot was. He could find it in everyone if you give him a minute.
Ha ha ha! You like that? That was the coordination for the Horsehead Nebula. LOL.
Stop! Not so fast. You're hurting me.
This is so good. I'm gonna have to recharge my batteries.
Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker boxes are running out of batteries. So, from us to you, it's been a hell of a ride. We've been on here for way longer than we thought we were going to end. We got BA, and we've been talking conspiracies. And, guys, I told you at the beginning, aliens.
Government cover-ups.
There's one important thing that I want to leave everybody with before we leave this. And it's the most important thing that you need to know on a conspiracy show where everybody likes to just talk a little shit. Buffalo Bills are the best team in the league.